My name is Lindah Mbaisi. I am one of the team players at Performers' Rights Society of Kenya. My role at the organization is the PR and Communications Executive. So what Prisk does, our mandate is mainly to represent creatives of Kenya. Those are performers in the categories of musicians and actors. We represent both male and female, young and old, and what we do for them is collect and distribute royalties on their behalf, because we know they cannot go to any place that plays or use their work or exploits their work. So by way of registration, we represent them as an organization. Of course, there are other organizations that deal with other rights, but our rights are the related rights for performers of Kenya. Actually, what led to the start of Performers' Rights Society of Kenya in 2009 was the need to ensure that creatives are well represented and they are well remunerated for the use or exploitation of their work. We realize that there are a lot of creatives in Kenya who do a lot of good work. They do great music and great programmings, but they end up being poor or not compensated for the use of their work. And these works continue to be used in public places. Let's say they are played in the media, they are sold. We see shops selling the music and movies, and these people are not compensated. So the main reason why we came into being was to compensate these people, to ensure that they benefit from the use of their works. So far, we have a membership of 5,000, and those 5,000 members who comprise of musicians and actors, we have impacted their lives positively by paying them royalties and ensuring that they are able to take care of their families. We were able to carry our distribution scientifically, and this was, in Africa, we were the only organization that was able to do that because we had put systems in place to ensure that now our members who are musicians and actors are paid based on how their works perform in the media. So the scientific distribution was a big thing for us, and it was a huge milestone to ensure that our members were compensated according to how they performed. The other milestone was the introduction of a medical cover, mainly to cover our members to avoid the need to ask people to contribute when they fell ill. Our 5,000 membership has a lot of people who are celebrities, and we didn't want them to go through that agony of having to ask people to contribute whenever they fell sick. The major thing about the insurance cover was to cater for women, especially in the maternity cover part of it. Unfortunately, as much as it was a milestone for us, we were not able to sustain it because of lack of funds. And also with COVID and the fact that we've not been able to collect according to our targets or according to how we should have performed, the cover was withdrawn. But we are looking at ways to ensure that it comes back and it benefits more members, especially the women when they need it for their maternity. So during COVID-19, my organization was able to lobby the government through the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Heritage to ensure that an amount was released to creatives to cushion them, because during COVID, when COVID started, a lot of people lost their source of income. So our organization went ahead to lobby through the Ministry of Sports, and an amount of 100 million was released, and it was paid to creatives in Kenya. So we are so proud to having been part of the lobbying group to ensure that this money gets to the artists, just to ensure that they are able to sustain themselves. Because us ourselves, we were not able to collect during the pandemic. And even now in 2021, this is the time that we're just catching up and ensuring that we do the most that we can. A lot of areas where we collect our royalties and we license are still closed. The bars and the restaurants, they still don't operate maximally. So during COVID, we thank the Ministry of Sport for ensuring that creatives in Kenya were cushioned during that time. In 5 or 10 years, we just look at increasing the trust the people have in us, first of all. For people to believe in the work that we do, it's very important for us. At the end of the day, if you're working for people who don't trust what you do, then you are doing it in vain. So first, grow trust levels and then increase our membership numbers. We want to encourage more women to join. I know a lot of our membership entails a lot of men, but we have been going out there to encourage women also to join because they know about us, but they have been, I don't know why they've not been registering with us, but the numbers are steadily growing in terms of ensuring that the numbers of women is the same as that of men. And so, yes, we just look at increasing our membership, making sure that we pay out more royalties, and just putting systems in place to ensure that there is transparency, accountability, and trust. I believe, first of all, I am a woman making exceptional change in my community, in the creatives sector, in the creatives economy. I like to encourage my fellow women, even at the organization where I'm at, and just cause impact and make impact. At the end of the day, ensure that, first of all, our membership, we really look forward to seeing more women come on board and being aware of their rights. And that is what I'm doing in my department as a PR and comms executive. I try and reach out to as many women as I can, encourage them to join the organization, maybe take my extra time to teach them how to package themselves as artists, as musicians, as actors, introduce them to opportunities. For instance, you might find there's a very big, there are artists out there who do not know even where the media houses are, where they can take their music so that their music is played. And so I try as much as possible to go out of my way to help them get those opportunities. At the moment, in our budget or in our plans, we have not slotted for that. But for me as Lindah, I am looking at events or organizations that work with women. And the one that I identified is by my friend, and the organization is called Simama na Dada Initiative, where the organization distributes sanitary towels to women and girls who are a little bit disadvantaged and they are not able to get. So usually this will be my second time to join her and the organization in ensuring that we distribute just menstruation products to girls and women who need them most. So that is what I'll be doing. So for 2021, my organization is just looking at recovering from what was lost in 2020. We are behind with our collections and ensuring that we distribute royalties to our members. So just to ensure that we recover and our members also recover, especially the women who some of them we know are breadwinners in their homes, is to get back into our collection atmosphere, distribute more. And we also look at, we are open and we look at partnering with some of the organizations that you've already partnered with, like the Kenya Film Commission, the Kenya Film and Classification Board, the Ministry of ICT, which houses our organization, and the Ministry of Sports Culture, and heritage. So we will be looking at more partnerships because in terms of financing some of these projects, it will be a little bit of a challenge. So more of partnerships so that we are able to just bring our members back to their feet.